If you could relive one day, what would it be and why? That's a good question. All-time favorite K-pop song. This is a really tough one. I just decided that I can't do that anymore, so I got rid of. Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a simple video for you guys. I haven't really gone anywhere. I've been pretty busy these past couple of weeks or days. I guess I've seen you last week. Consistent posting. But today I just have a makeup routine for you guys. I don't wear makeup every day, and I'm not like saying that to be a pick-me. I just have really oily skin, and like my eyes get irritated, my skin gets irritated. Some days if I go to the gym and then straight to work, I really just don't feel like putting on makeup. I try to put on like a little bit of makeup every day, but I don't usually do a full routine. But if I do a full routine on a regular day, this is the makeup routine that I'd be doing. Slay that. And I also asked my followers to send me some questions to answer while I'm doing this. I only got like 4 questions from Instagram. Thanks everyone on there. Those are the people I know in real life. Like met in person. Anyways, but I also asked on TikTok, and TikTok did not disappoint. I got more than 20 questions on there. So I'm gonna answer those while I'm doing my makeup routine. And if you are asking if I'm wearing this makeup anywhere, I'm not. It's like 1 AM right now. But I am going to film a podcast, so I want to be in makeup for that. So that's what we're gonna do. The first question is, how and when did you start standing BTS? I usually start with my foundation. I know that like my eye makeup can get into it, but it's fine. I wear the Lancome Teint Idol in, what shade is this? I think on the back it says 450. I'm just gonna go with that. I started officially standing during COVID. During the Map of the Soul 1 concert, my cousin actually bought tickets for those, and then we all watched it online together. But I first got introduced to them in their carpool karaoke. I know that's like everyone's Roman Empire. I took interest in them a bit, not like officially, but because I watched dancing videos for a really long time, and I noticed that Sienna Lalau choreographed for them, and so I watched their on choreography, and I was like, oh my god, they're really good at dancing. But yeah, not officially until the Map of the Soul concert. And then with the foundation, I usually put on the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Influencers are good at this. Medium neutral. And the next question is, who's your bias? My bias is complicated. It's been Namjoon since I started standing them, but I feel like I keep adding on to it. I'm not entirely sure where I am now. I feel like I'm OT7. Namjoon will always have a special place in my heart. He's always, that's my red string for real. Like that's my soulmate. Next, I usually put a bit of the cream contour right here, and then the triangle of my nose, and then the sides right here. The next question is, what are your hobbies? I love to dance. I've loved dancing, but I've been dancing probably my whole life. Never professionally. I've actually never been to a dance class, so that's one of the things I really want to try. But it's just the fact that like there's no dance classes around me. I live in a really small city, so there's not much I can do about that. I also really like learning new things. I'm always learning how to edit, bettering how to edit, but the ones that usually stick have been content creating and dancing are mostly the main hobbies that have stuck with me. And if I do contour, it's with the Juvia's Place Bronzed and Dark. I used to use lighter shades for contouring, but since I have like an oily face, they just never stayed on my face. It looks really dark right now, but it would just go away. So I had to put like powder over the cream contour. The next question is favorite thing to do to treat yourself. I love going out. I love just walking around new places, scenic places. When I was in college, when I was done with my finals, since most of them were online at the time, I would take a blanket and sit in Aldrich Park because I'm from UCI. So just walking around is one of the things I like to do, treat myself going outside. I'll usually get like a sweet treat. I love ice cream. I used to get Blue Bolt all the time when I was in Irvine. I love potatoes, I love all potatoes except for tater tots and hash browns. I know. But yeah, the next step I do is I actually set my face. I use the Maybelline Fit Me powder in shade 30 medium deep. The next question is favorite skincare product. If I'm being honest, I don't take great care of my skin. But my favorite skincare product is probably sunscreen. Yeah, I don't take great care of my skin. I know I should do better. Honestly, kind of just cleanse, moisturize. I don't have the best skin, but I also don't have the worst skin. So I've never really been compelled to do more. But maybe this year, if you have any recommendations for getting rid of dark spots, that's probably my biggest issue, let me know down below. Next step is blush. I use the Peri Para Ink Velvet in 02. I took out the stopper because I kind of ran out of product a while ago, and now it's kind of like everywhere, so I use only a little bit and then I blend it out with a beauty blender. And the next question is what or who gives you comfort? Definitely my family. I'm always with my family. I'm always calling my family, and my dog. I'm always like squishing my dog or like annoying my dog. My family knows this. I don't know if there's anyone I trust more or as much as my family. Simple answer, but what are you gonna do? Okay, while I'm blending this out, I'm gonna ask or answer some questions. Favorite Taylor Swift album? I really like Speak Now. Really liked Folklore when it came out, but my favorite is probably Speak Now because of the nostalgia, and also I just love the like romance behind it. I know all of her albums are pretty romantic, but I really like both the nostalgia and the romance behind it. I feel like I remember when it came out. It was around like Valentine's Day, right? The movie? Maybe not. I don't know. The next step is gonna be eyebrows. My eyebrows are already pretty fluffy, so I kind of just go into the Morphe palette, pick like a dark brownish shade, and then just fluff it through my eyebrows. And the next question is favorite thing to drink at the moment. I actually cannot have coffee. It hurts my stomach so bad. I used to drink it in college, but I think that also it was part of the reason why I had such bad gut health, and that affected my mental health, and I just decided that I can't do that anymore. So I got rid of coffee completely. I only really drink matcha, some smoothies. I make my own matcha at home. If you ever want a recipe, let me know. If not, that's cool too. I have like a list going. I really like Insight in Buena Park. That's probably like my favorite matcha. I also really like Devian and OC. I think that's in Garden Grove. And my favorite chain matcha is Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. So I think this is it for the base routine. I usually set with the NYX Dewy Finish spray. It looks like this. And the next question is, what's your MBTI and zodiac sign? So I am an INTJ and I'm a Sagittarius. Specifically Sag Sun, Leo Rising, Capricorn Moon. I love just hearing things about myself and seeing what I relate to. I feel like my MBTI is probably the best description of myself. If you want to know who I am, I'm an INTJ, so that's intuitive. Oh my gosh, what is the T for? If you know what the T is, tell me down below. I'm probably gonna look it up after this. The next step is my eyeshadow. I usually just do eyeliner if I want to do eye makeup. I don't think I look very good with a lot of eyeshadow, but if I do an eyeshadow, I like to complement my eyes. I have almond shaped eyes, I would say. So I usually do smoky eyes and upturn eyeliner. I usually put like this tan shade all over my eyelid. And the next question is favorite thing to do with your loved ones. Eat and yap. I remember when we went to the OC, me and my family stayed in the rain for maybe like 2 or 3 hours just talking, waiting for the rain to go. But we were just talking and eating, and we were like totally fine. We didn't really need to go anywhere. And I feel like this is a big thing for people who grew up in small town. Like, we don't really need anything other than good company. Then I add like a grayish brown, maybe just this one, definitely lower than my crease. And then the next question is favorite hairstyle. I curl my hair a lot, especially now that it's longer, but if I don't feel like curling my hair, I'll usually put like some kind of accessory in it. Like, I'll wear this headband. I also have a lot of bows that I like to wear. Yeah, usually a hair accessory. If not a hair accessory, I usually do 2 half up, half down pigtails like this. I'm sure I have like pictures of them, but I like to get it out of my face, I would say. Okay, I'm gonna answer another question while I blend out this dark brown. Fave lip product at the moment. I can actually show it to you. It's the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in 535 Rum. I use this every day. Especially, it's more of a winter color, I would say. It's like a dark purple reddish. What clothing brand do you recommend for your type of style? Probably say H&M. I really like the elegant yet trendy look. I love Shopsider. I know that it's not like an unpopular brand. I don't think they have any in-person stores. I think it's just their online shop. But I love their tops. Their tops definitely accentuate my body type. Next, I'm gonna put this black eyeshadow just in the outer corners. Maybe connect it to the bottom so it looks like a wing. But this is the Au Naturel in Wet n Wild, from Wet n Wild. And the next question is, what's a song you never really paid attention to until you saw it in concert? I'm Fine. Seeing the transition from Save Me to I'm Fine in the PTD concert was so important to me. I was crying so bad. That song, just hearing it live, hearing their vocals live, more intense emotionally, it feels like the words hit a lot more and not just the culmination of the music, lyrics, vocals, rap. I feel like the words really stuck out to me when I saw it in concert. And this is gonna take a while to blend, so I'm gonna do another question. How did you get into K-pop? Carpool Karaoke, BTS. That was like the transition into K-pop. I listen to a lot more groups now. BTS was the first boy group, and then the first girl group was actually ITZY. So ITZY holds a really special place in my heart. It was actually Sienna Lalao. Sienna Lalao, BTS, you get the idea. But I actually met Sienna Lalao. She is the sweetest. She deserves all of her success. I love her. So talented, great representation, so beautiful, so beautiful. She is more beautiful in person, y'all. But yeah, that's how I got into K-pop. Next, I'm gonna put, I feel like this part is probably the stuff that brings everything together and makes it look kind of like presentable. I put this gel eyeliner and then I smoke it out. It's from Revolution, and then I use this eyeliner brush with it. Next question is, what are some songs describing your life right now? Maybe let's go with like songs that make me feel something that might be close to what I'm going through right now. Or yeah. 0 O'Clock will forever be, I feel like that's like my life anthem. Also makes me feel okay. I really like Funeral by Phoebe Bridgers. I know that might be a little bit sad, but it really makes me feel grounded at the moment. So we're going based off of emotions that these songs give me. I feel like kind of calm, a little bit anxious, but calm at the moment. So I'm just listing off songs that kind of accurately portray my emotions. I'm also really like 2009 Forever and Always by Mac Miller. That song will always make me cry. And that song is like one of my favorite songs of all time. The beginning, are you kidding me? Beautiful. And I also feel like pretty chaotic all the time. So maybe like a Childish Gambino song. Maybe Bonfire by Childish Gambino. I really like that song. Those four, I would say those four are pretty good. The next question is fan cast for a movie about your life. I would say Lola Tongue can accurately portray the feelings that I'm feeling. My older sister, if we're going off race, I'm not entirely sure. If not, Sabrina Carpenter. My younger sister, maybe Leah Jeffries, the girl who plays Annabeth in the PJO series. If you haven't watched it, watch it. And my mom, Maria Canals Barrera, I think that's her name, the mom from Wizards of Waverly Place. I think she'd be perfect. The next question is top 3 K-pop groups, boys and girls. Above everyone, BTS, my olds. And then it'd probably be 17 and TXT. And then for girls, this is a hard one. I think number 1 is LE SSERAFIM. And then I have a special place in my heart for ITZY. I've never thought about the third. Oh, probably New Jeans, yeah. I think I consume all 3 of those songs, music, media the most for girls and boy groups. All-time favorite K-pop song. This is a really tough one. I might have to say Spring Day. I know it might be cheesy to say, but I don't think any K-pop song will make me feel like Spring Day has made me feel. Unless it's like from BTS. I love Mikrokosmos. But yeah, Spring Day is like my everything. When I saw it in concert, I probably like imploded. I have so much concert footage and it's all ruined by me like screaming, crying, literally screaming, crying because I saw Spring Day in concert. So yeah, Spring Day, I would say. My makeup usually doesn't stay again because I have really oily skin. So I use a lot of gel products, waterproof gel products. So the next makeup product that I use is the NYX Epic Wear Waterproof Eye and Body Liquid Liner in black. And the next question is, oh, what would your last meal be? I think it would be definitely something from my mom. Should I just go off of like what I'm craving now? Mungo with steak and rice and potatoes. That sounds like the perfect last meal. I'm like super hungry right now. But yeah, I think that might be it because of my cravings right now. The next question is go-to makeup products. The ones, if I'm in a pinch, the ones I always wear are blush, lipstick, eyeliner, and then mascara. They make me look more alive. But definitely those 4. Another question that I got is, did I experience any changes in friendships from wanting to post on TikTok because she wanted to take her TikTok more seriously? I don't really have too many friends at the moment, but all of them have been pretty supportive. I did have a friend before though who would like mock people who would take their social media seriously, and to that I say, do whatever makes you happy. If it affects your friendship, I can tell you right now that is not a friendship you want to be in. And if you do think that it is a friendship worth keeping, I'm sure if you bring it up to them, they'd be okay with it. Or if you feel that it bothers you, you should be able to freely bring it up to them without them judging you. Everyone I know, all of my actual friends, have been just supportive. Some of them wanted to be on camera, but none of it really changed negatively. But I think that's again, dependent on your situation, but also you should be free to do whatever you want. So yeah, before doing mascara, I'm probably gonna do my lips. The lip liner I'm using is the NYX Line Loud lip pencil in No Whining. And the next question, favorite concert you've been to? It's probably gotta be the BTS concert because it was the first concert out of the pandemic. I got to go with my sisters and my family, and also everyone was just so happy because we hadn't seen BTS in person in so long. It was also my first BTS concert, and it like did not disappoint at all. I had good seats, good people I was around. It was just really fun overall. But I do have to give like a special shout out to the Yoongi, the August D tour. We got to see the Kia Club. We got free food. We got to see a cake with Yoongi's face on it, free candy. We got parking super close. Like we walked from the stadium to the parking maybe like a few seconds, like 30 seconds. And our seats were super close and I didn't have to pay anything. That experience was like one of a kind, but also the AMAs was so fun. I also got to go to the AMAs for free, and then I met a few of my online friends, and just being there, it was their first time seeing a lot of ARMYs in person after the pandemic, and they also won Artist of the Year at that AMAs, which is a really huge feat for them, especially at an American award show. They got Artist of the Year, and it was just such a fun time. Such a good performance. Oh my gosh, just thinking about it makes you so happy. Those are my favorite concerts I've been to. Favorite outfit of yours to wear? It's probably the blue and white corset that I have, and then my parachute pants. And I love like trench coats, big coats. So maybe like my puffer over, or like I have a gray and a beige tan trench coat. I really like wearing that. So probably those together are my favorite outfit. But I also have like this black dress I've worn to Yoongi and to the PTD LA concert. I'll probably like insert pictures somewhere here, but that has fond memories. I actually think I'm gonna pair it with this today. I'm gonna blend it in so it's not like super red. And the next question, if you could relive one day, what would it be and why? I think my 17th birthday was really fun. My friend came over and surprised me. I was doing college apps, so I was like super stressed. And my friend came over to my house, surprised me, rang the doorbell. I opened my door and I like almost cried. But my best friend had like a bunch of gifts, and the letters that were in the gifts were also super sweet. I still read that letter to this day, so that was a really fun day for me. And maybe any trip that I took with my family. I went to Canada recently. That was really fun. I got to meet my niece and nephew for the first time, so that was probably really memorable for me. Really liked going to Hawaii with my entire family. That was in 2016. But yeah, that was my first time ever going to Hawaii. It is just as beautiful in person as it is in pictures. I don't know if I'll ever go back, but it was a really fun experience. So maybe those days, but my 17th birthday is like one of the ones that stand out to me, probably because I have like tangible proof. And then after I do that, I usually put pink gloss over it to make it a little bit lighter. And also I feel like lip gloss always ties together a look. So I'm using the Morphe in shade Groupie. And the next question, what are you leaving in 2023 and bringing into 2024? In 2023, I'm probably leaving behind people who don't care about me. That one's pretty simple. People who don't care for my happiness and only care because they feel obligated to. I feel like I'm leaving that in 2023. Bringing into 2024 a sense of individualism. I'm taking content creation a lot more seriously, and it's making me super happy. It's giving me a lot of stuff to do, and I feel like it's really fulfilling learning to stand on my own and trusting in my instincts, my guts, and knowing that everything will be okay as long as I affirm to myself that everything will be. I can bring myself down at times, so I think as long as I believe in myself and work on myself, don't worry about what other people are saying, then I can achieve a lot. I've had this sense of individualism when I was younger, and it worked out great, and somewhere along the way I kind of lost it. So that's what I'm trying to bring back into 2024. I'm also gonna knock out some questions. Favorite BTS solos? It's hard to choose, but I can choose one from each of theirs. I'm gonna go in order of fan chant. Namjoon, Wildflower. Oh, it hurts my heart so bad, but in like a good way. I freaking love Wildflower, and the female artist as well as Namjoon. Perfect blend, and I feel like she conveys the emotions perfectly. Okay, Namjoon, Seokjin, Astronaut. Are you kidding me? I regularly sing it. Coldplay regularly sings it, so I feel like that one's a no-brainer. Min Yoongi. I really like Somebody Does Love. Singing it at the concert was just so fun. And it's just such a sweet song. I feel like a lot of my non-K-pop friends have listened to it and really liked it. So Somebody Does Love. Somebody Does Love Yoongi. Min Yoongi, Jung Hoseok. Jung Hoseok. This man, he's been like bias wrecking me for so long, since Lollapalooza, and I've been like so stressed about it. I really liked What If. What If is probably one of my favorites. I really like how he conveys it. I also really like Arson. I love performance. Jung Hoseok is the definition of performance, period. Park Jimin. I love Semi Free Part 2. I love the lyricism behind it. I love the performance. I love the dance. I love Park Jimin. Yeah. I also really liked Like Crazy. My #1 Billboard artist, Tae. His whole album, so good. Listening to it on rainy days is like a whole out of body experience. But I really liked Rainy Days, the song. I loved Rainy Days. Jungkook. Oh my god, Jungkook. I really liked 3D. I know people didn't like it. Not didn't like it, but people really didn't like Jack Harlow on it. But I loved 3D, the dance. Jungkook. Perfect. I also I really like title tracks because I love performance, but I also really love Standing Next to You. The dance is like so good. He is so good. Jungkook, my baby star candy. I freaking love you. Keep being you, baby star candy. What drew me to Namjoon as my bias? When I was watching Carpool Karaoke, I loved his glasses. I know that's weird, but I loved like the glasses with like the sweater. I really like the chain on the glasses. I don't know why, but I was just like, this man is smart and this man knows what he's talking about. And I was right. He does know what he's talking about. But also he's like a lot like me. We think the same. We're both clumsy. He didn't have a license for a while. Or he doesn't have a license. I didn't have a license for a while. And I feel like I could talk about philosophy with him like for hours. And I would love to. Kim Namjoon. Okay, we're gonna do the last step. And we actually have one question left. So the last question is favorite topics you've unpacked in philosophy. Before I finish that question, to my Asian girlies, get a heated eyelash curler. This is the one I use. It's from Touch Beauty. My eyelashes stay up all day. And waterproof mascara. I use the Lash Paradise waterproof mascara. Okay, favorite topics I've unpacked in philosophy. I love talking about like the mind and the body. I think there was one class where we talked about Zeno's paradox, where they talk about if you run a mile and it would take, someone would have to run at least half your distance to catch up, and they would never catch up because they're always running half a distance. But math proves that's wrong. But philosophy says you're never gonna catch up. So that one also was really interesting to me. The epistemology of feminism was probably my favorite class, one of my favorite classes that I've taken. I did medical ethics. I love that class. The teacher was probably one of the best professors I've ever had. I loved learning about the zombie. Philosophic zombie was like the shell of a person, how if you took away the mind there was still the body. I'm not gonna go into depth about that. And then the actual last step, I'm just gonna be putting some glitter on my nose, on top of my cupid's bow, and then in the inner corners of my eyes. And then that is it. I feel like it's a lot lighter wearing foundation if you use a makeup spatula. Without the makeup spatula, I would like never wear a full face of makeup. I know some people do prefer the full coverage, but for me personally, I get oily and it slips off anyways, so I just don't use it. But yeah, that's my everyday makeup routine. I also hope you enjoyed me answering your questions. I really liked answering them, and they were also very well thought out. I love everyone who sent them in. I think I replied to most of you. If not, comment down below and I will reply to your comment down below. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like, subscribe, like this video, and tell me what your everyday routine is in the comments down below. I think that's it for today, and I will see y'all next week. Bye besties.